Hello, I am going to tell you about some things in the story English as a Second Language by Lucy Honig. In this story, a woman named Maria has come to the United States from another country. She keeps thinking about her past. It is hard for her to understand the culture in her new home. Where Maria came from, she had no chance to go to school. In America, she has been studying to take a big test called the GED. If you pass, it is the same as completing high school. You must complete high school to get many jobs in America. After Maria passed the GED, she could apply for better jobs. In the story, Maria cannot understand what she sees on an American game show. She thinks the host of the show touches and hugs the women too much. I think Lucy Honig was writing about one particular show that was popular when she wrote this story. The show was called Family Feud. A feud is a fight between families. The show had two families compete against each other. Here is a clip from this show. The family member gives a very funny answer to a game show question. Watch how the host holds hands with the woman, touches her, and even hugs her.
You did it once, you're going to do it again, aren't you?
Gonna try.
15 seconds, please. During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
Something... Oh. Luckily, the clock doesn't start until I finish the... September, of course. It's so obvious, isn't it? It's kind of embarrassing. You have to reset the clock because I just laughed at her. For the rest of that, tell me when you're reset to 15.
In real life in America, a man would not touch or hug a woman this way if he does not know her well. On this show, it seemed okay because the host was famous. It seems that people are more willing to hug or touch people who are famous. I think that most Americans would say that being on a game show is a special place and time, and people should not behave that way all the time. So I can understand why Maria did not like it. I also want to tell you about Fifth Avenue. Early in the story, it says Maria wanted to admire her shoes, like the women on Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is one of the best-known streets in New York City. Many people live here in very expensive homes that can see Central Park. Many of the buildings are very old and elegant. There are also many very expensive shops on Fifth Avenue. For shopping, it is the same quality as the best of London or Paris. In many ways, living on Fifth Avenue is a symbol of being rich. One of the hardest things to understand in this story is how the crowd and the mayor reacted when Maria told her story. She told them about the mayor of her very poor village in Guatemala. Her mayor was killed because he disagreed with the government. This is a terrible thing. But I think that the people at Maria's ceremony did not want to think about terrible things. To cover up the pain, they laughed, and the mayor made a joke about his opponents getting rid of him. Sometimes people make jokes when the truth is too painful or too bad. The mayor is elected to his job by the people. He wants them to think he is friendly and a good person. That is why he is so happy or merry in the way he talks, I think. The mayor even acted like a game show host. I think that most Americans reading this story would think it is bad that the mayor made a joke about Maria's mayor being killed and that the audience laughed. Finally, I want to tell you about the subway in New York. It is a railroad system that connects many areas of New York City. In some areas, it is on rails that are elevated above the streets, but much of the subway is underground. Sub means below, so subway means a railroad below the ground. Maria is riding the subway from the Bronx, which is one of the parts of New York City, to the downtown area, meaning the business district. Subway cars are often crowded when people are going to and from work. On the subway, you usually do not talk to people you do not know, and you do not let them see that you are looking at them. I hope that what I have told you helps you understand some of the cultural things in this very interesting story.